Hi, Ryan Biden from Samsung Mobile. I'm going to show you some of the cool new features of the Galaxy Note 2. So first things first, obviously because it is Galaxy Note, it has an S Pen. Now when you remove the S Pen, it actually goes to a special S Pen home screen. So the device is intelligent enough to know that you've removed the S Pen and you want to use it. As part of that, if you leave the S Pen behind, it'll now set an alarm and let you know that if you've left with the device and don't have the S Pen attached, so you don't have to worry about leaving it. A couple of things on the S Pen itself. We've made it more comfortable, so it's a little bit thicker, a little bit longer, and it's now asymmetrical, so you can hold it and quickly orient yourself to where the S Pen button is, because that's pretty important when you're using it. And then we've also changed the technology of the pen tip so that it feels a little more, you get a little bit more friction, it feels a little bit more like pen on paper than just plastic sliding on glass. Because you're going to be using this every day, there's a lot of cool features. You can kind of see here, when I'm hovering over the screen, this is a feature called Air View. So the Galaxy Note 2 is actually aware of the S Pen when it comes within about 10 millimeters of the screen. And you can start to do some cool stuff because of that. I'm going to launch into the email. And so a couple of things you can do. If I hover at the bottom of my email list, it'll actually start scrolling down. Hover at the top, scroll up, and then I can actually start to preview some of my email just by looking. So hovering over the subject or hovering over the body, it'll bring up those previews without clicking. So very cool kind of feature there. If I go into an email, let me find a good one to go into. Let's just go into anyone. So for example, if I go into this email and I click this link, which may or may not work based on our connectivity, but it'll give you an idea, we've got a feature called Web Everywhere. And so what Web Everywhere is actually very much like pop-up play. It's a pop-up browser. So what this does is actually brings up a browser. I can then choose to go to a full browser or close this if I decide that that is a link. And if you think of this from a productivity perspective, I mean, I'm either surfing a web page or I'm somewhere else and I just want to quickly check something out, I can do this. The other thing that I'm kind of showing you here is when I hover over icons, it actually gives me tooltip previews. So you can kind of see all the cool stuff that's going on. Closing that, let's go back to the home screen. One of the cool things that you can do now is I can actually write right in the body of an email. So I'll just go compose one here. Before, if I wanted to actually write in an email, I would have to go perhaps create an S memo or an S note right in it. Now I can actually just do it right here. It's my signature, don't tell anyone. But basically I could type out my email, sign it at the bottom, or create a smiley happy face if you're so inclined. Don't want to save that. In kind of the same vein as being able to write in your email, you can now write on your calendar. So if I go into the S Planner, on the pen, kind of see somebody's made some notes, I'm going to clear those. But basically if, say, the 20th is an important day, circle that, I don't want to forget. So let's say it's my anniversary, kind of make a note there, and then anytime I look at that view. The other thing I can do though is I can actually hover over a day using Air View and it'll show me a preview of what's going on that given day. So very cool kind of view there. So all in all, lots of cool stuff. We've refined the gestures. So basically if I hold the S Pen button, hover over the screen, it shows me the available gestures, back, menu. We've simplified text selection, so now I just hold the button, drag it across to select some text. The other thing is we've simplified what you can do to crop. So previously if you wanted to crop something from a page, you need to screen capture and then crop that. Now I can crop directly from any screen just by drawing a shape. It brings it up, I can choose what app to put it in, or it'll send it to the clipboard for me so I can get it later. But really simplifying that experience, simplifying how you navigate. If I want a menu, I just do a little up arrow, pulls up the menu, so I don't have to worry about going back to the capacitive keys. Lots of cool stuff. All in all, that's kind of a lot of the new S Pen features for the new Galaxy Note 2.